Now that there are women in the camp and soon, likely children, we're going to have to start thinking about security. What do you mean, Arvo? There's nothing to worry about. Nobody is going to attack a large group of men like us. They're too trusting, Griffin. Of course there's people who are strong enough to attack even a large mercenary camp. We're going to need sentinels, watches, proper defenses. You're very likely right that we do need more defenses. And we're going to have to be careful. Now that there are non-combatants in the camp, all of the things we do, well, puts their lives at risk too. Well, I don't think it's going to be much a problem with Shivara. She seemed perfectly willing to help with the last job. And I suppose so she should. I mean, nobody gets a free ride. Everyone has to work. Women and children included. It's hard. It's hard out here to make a living, especially as a band of roving mercenaries. Captain Nylog and his Blades of the Embers have decided that they're not going to be scrupulous about their jobs while they make their beginning funds in order to build up the mercenary company. Right now, criminal jobs, anything that gets us towards our goals will be fully acceptable. I think we have full provisions, but that's going to change right away because we're going to use provisions to recruit men to fill up our horse archer unit. Having done that, we're going to visit town because we're going to sell that lucky coin we found. We don't want to twist fate by, trying to adopt the dead man's luck. And we found it in some ruin, which means whoever left it behind may have just had the coin's luck turn on them. Additionally, we need money far more, far more than we need trinkets. So sell some artifacts. We're going to attempt to barter, because of course you attempt to barter. You got to try to talk the price up. That's how this works. We convinced her to pay a little extra. We keep our maps, but we get rid of the lucky or unlucky coin. Gives us a little bit more funds to work with. I mean, we can beg supplies off of her. We could rob her, but we're not good at face-to-face robbery. I mean, we're not too proud to just ask her to give us the waste, right? So we'll do that, and we've succeeded. Good. Let's head back out there. I'm also going to start, because our father was a storyteller, I think we're going to start, when it's available, trying to learn to become a better storyteller if we have the money on hand. So that, we've learned some new stories, which is good. Also, the weather has changed, so I think we're gonna take our hood off. We could also alternatively go to our default headgear, but that would be... No, for now we're going to keep our cold weather clothes and take the hood off. There we go. What are we going to do with our money? Well, we built a place that allows us to sit about and enjoy the revelries, to create some camp camaraderie. There are a few things in here that I am interested in, particularly diplomacy, night bonus, but immediately we're going to have all the new soldiers come in and they're going to build us up some proving grounds so that they can get their training underway. That'll take 6 months, and during that 6 months we're going to do this job. So let's travel out here. Let's get some work done. Let's see if we can't gonna put on scout for talent. If we can't rob some people. I think we're gonna go, I guess we could do balanced. Balanced just makes it a little faster. I'd rather go a little slower. And optimize our slots here. So outcast, thug. So I think our best bet is to have the new guy, pause this for a second, be a thug since he's so good at it because of his talent as a warrior. Of course, we're gonna have Tedder support him because Arvo is better in the more explorative outcast position. We're gonna have a footpad. This is our knife man, our sneaky guy, slipping around looking for targets for us, and finally our lookout will be Charava the Fat. Did such an excellent job last time that we will absolutely make use of her good eyes, keep us from getting caught. But that's it then, more robbery. I don't know what you expected. We haven't scrupled about stealing before. It's just one more mission. Everybody understands their job. So do you. What's the issue, Tedder? I don't know. I just hoped, I guess, that we would truly become mercenaries. I will take mercenary work, preferably, and I will take it exclusively once we have enough money to build an army. All we have now are a few men on horseback, some bows, and you and the others. There's little we can do now. Leave him be, Tedder. He is right. Survival is more important than honor, after all. Honor is a luxury of the wealthy, and we are not yet wealthy. I don't know if I agree with all of that, but without money we can't eat. Without swords we can't fight. So I suppose we do what we have to do. Exactly, my man, exactly. Our secrecy is not very good, mostly because of storytellers. But that's okay. I think we'll still be fine. We have 5 breaches we can afford. Hopefully we can get it up fast enough before those breaches come through. I don't think we're ever going to be really good at hiding our activities. If this fails the first time, we're going to stop doing it. We may have to move on anyway. But this is plenty in common, so these two are developing a friendship. Arvo and Carava. Carava being the wife of Tetter. So if we encourage the friendship, they gain opinion of me. If we try to break them up, they could gain opinion of me. We could leave them be, and they'll just become friends. I think we're confident enough in our relationships with the people that we would encourage the friendship. And we are successful at encouraging the friendship. That's good. That is good. That is the kind of stuff we want. We want to see people getting close. So this is going to be a tight-knit band after all. We got a long way ahead of us in our journey to becoming great mercenaries and then starting our lives in the steppe. Although we may not actually go to the plains. Again, our own culture calls us to the territory where our father is from, where there are more hills, forests. Back alley robbery. Hoorah. We can rob her. Very good chance of success. Knives out, everyone. What can you do? We're robbers. That's what we do right now, okay? We definitely are going to have to lose this region pretty soon. Our first trait. So we're in Marshall. Now, I'm not going to do what I've done in past games. I'm going to start loosening up the way I use these tables. I'm going to take the stuff I want, even if we don't get bottom traits. We started in Gallant naturally. I'm going to take Chivalric Dominance because it makes sense. Not only does it relate to horse, but it also relates to knight effectiveness, 2 things we can really use. But we're going to, after that, just get out of here. I mean, I guess we could take Never Back Down, but I'm not going to rush that. And we have so many knights more than we have people in our thing that the people in our camp that this can wait for sure. And then we're going to switch over to Overseer. A lot of stuff in Overseer is useful to us. So we're gonna head that way, I think. After that, I'm not really sure where we're gonna go. We'll see. We'll look at where the road leads us, right? We'll determine it from what happens. With the amount of work of a certain type that we've been doing lately, you know, boss, we can't stay here forever. Have you been thinking about it a lot lately, Griffin? Not the work. I'm happy to do whatever makes us money. You know that full well. It's the destination. Have you considered your father's homeland? I have to admit it had occurred to me. Yes, Anzo would also be happy with that as a solution. It'll bring us back north a bit. And most of the territory is currently under Or's control. The small, I suppose, Khanate, although they have a different word for it, might be some place where you could make a name for us, and staying this far north should ease our giant friend's trepidation that you're forgetting about vengeance. Not forgetting about vengeance, I'm simply not interested in it. Yes, neither am I, but still. No, I've thought of it. In fact, I think it's probably the likely next place we go. Once our work here is done, of course. Of course, there is no good reason to leave money on the table after all. There really is no work for us here, which is our biggest problem. We could go to the Og's main yurts here, their main tents. That might be a good place for us to try to find work. So far, so good on the job. Next go around, we are gonna probably, well, I mean, we could take it next time, or we could wait one more, which will probably near cap us. I think we'll just wait till we're capped, since we haven't even had one breach. And we can always execute the scheme as soon as the breach happens if we get one. Doesn't matter anyway. One breach isn't going to stop us from succeeding. We have our proving grounds. The good thing about the proving grounds is it gives us one more size for all our men-at-arms, and it has lots of buildings for the different kinds of units we're going to use. Probably we're going to go for life in the saddle almost right away. I did say last time I was thinking of pikemen. I don't think that's thematically correct. I think thematically correct we should have we'll get our special heavy cavalry, I think, since they're available to us this early. I like the idea of us having only horse units in our military. I like the idea of us having only horse units in our mercenary band, even if that isn't really ideal. But we always go knives out. We are very thuggish robbers after all. We're making lots of enemies. Hopefully none of them try to murder us. I don't have a lot of resistance to being murdered, in all fairness. So let's execute our scheme. Seize the moment and rob the chieftain blind. I think we've taken all this dude's money. I would feel bad for him if it wasn't for the fact that I need it badly. Let's kill the sway. It was an interesting idea, but our entreaties to him seem to be falling on deaf ears, so it might be time to move on. We've started to build a negative reputation for ourselves around here anyway. It might not be good. I think to stay. I mean, it might not be good to stay. I think it's time to move on, boss. I think it's time to get out of here. Oh yeah, I tend to agree, although I didn't expect you to come to me with this. I was planning to talk to everyone else about it. I have spoken with Tetra, Arvo, and Nuanya, and they all agree. There's simply no way there's any more money to be extracted from this place, and if we ever intend to turn things around and actually become mercenaries, we need to fill our ranks and move on. Well, I have noticed that there is an extremely large number of writs out for our arrest. I would hate to send one of the agents out and find out that we were being offered a job to bring ourselves in. Don't joke about such things. The Khanate is a very large area, and while Balgar is small, this could limit our travels in the future if we aren't. Yes, I know, careful. But what are we to do? If I'm to build a mercenary company, I need money, and nobody leaves money around for the poor. They have to take it or do without. Yes, but please, let's try not to rob so much that there are no places left for us to go. We should start working on our new man. I think he's having a difficult time adjusting to our criminal ways, and we're going to talk to him about it. You know, this isn't going to be forever, but we have to start someplace, right? We don't have the advantages of a regular military. We'll use our words. We'll use our words to try to convince our man, to hear us out. Hopefully we can bring him around. Now, let me see. To decide where we're going to go, and we should probably spend our money. We can set out snares again, which I think would be probably a good idea. That being said, what positions do we have? We have a Master of Arms now. I don't want to put people in 2 positions if possible. An Uyap would be an okay Master of Arms. Not as good as Arvo, of course, but still. He doesn't need to be perfect. We'll put the job on him for now. And before we decide officially to invest our money in finishing our unit of horse archers, actually I think we have 2 more. In fact, right now we could get both of those. We have exactly the right amount of money available. 270 would leave us with nothing. Well, before we decide whether we spend money on that, there's 2 things we should do. One, we're going to try to get provisions. Again, we're going to do a prowess challenge, so we're going to do snares. Oh, we found nothing again. That's too bad. Let's go into town. I should say, let's go into the tribal holding. Let's go into the village, really. And what we really want to do here is see if there's anybody who might make a good doctor. She's the first person who is young enough that she would make sense as a concubine or a wife. She has a very passive personality, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Be 100 gold. Problem is, she would make an excellent doctor, but she's 67, which means she won't be around for too many years. So people do tend to live a long time in camps because of all the health bonuses. And she has literally nothing going for her. If I get both of them, if I spend 185 gold here, get them both, I won't be able to upgrade the horse archers right now. I really need a physician. Really need a physician. Take the doctor. Oh, you can only take 1 per town anyway. Okay, that fixes it out anyway. She wasn't an ideal choice for a concubine anyway. No, and I really need a physician. We'll just leave him on default. He doesn't need to do any special tasks right now. So with 184 left, we will build out the horse archers 1 more time. Then we'll spend 800 there. That kind of limits how far we're going to be able to travel, but that's okay. One thing we could do is see if we can pay for a hunt before we go. Really gonna matter. Well, I mean, we're not exactly the kind of people who won't poach, right? So let's plan a hunt, a regular hunt, right in his territory. This doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be large. I mean, I would love to slay the beast, so let's do a slay the beast on that. Start the hunt. Sod these rights. I hunt wherever I want. That makes us a poacher. I don't see us worried about being a poacher, to be fair. I could pay for the rights. To be fair, I really think that we're since we're moving on anyway, I really don't think we're gonna worry about that. Hopefully he doesn't arrest us while we're hunting. Let's get out there. We're gonna seek the wolf. Yeah, let's just get the game that's most available. We don't want to push our luck. We want the very best chance of success, because we do need provisions before we move on. I think, my man, I get what you're saying. You want to find herbs to help the camp out, but you need to get back on your horse. We're not here for herb searching. You can do that in your own time. We're hunting. So after we ride, I think our success chance is very close to cap. So we can wait at its den, or we can track it based on what we found. I'm not going to sit and wait. We're going to track it. Ah, damn it. Well, I mean, it wasn't a complete loss. And it happens sometimes. And it was nice to go out and test our skills, but we're gonna need to do better on these hunts in the future. Although, truth be told, we did do pretty well. It was just, it was just the bad luck. It was just bad luck. We did as well as we possibly could. 80% chances, pretty intensely. Ins and outs. Yeah, we'll bully her into letting us stay. I don't know what she had in mind, telling some obviously well-armed, now likely horsemen, that they shouldn't stay at her inn. I am kind of tempted to go down deep into the steppe, but I think going to Ooze is better. Ooze is where our father came from. Well, not technically, right? It's just the current Khan, or Shabazz. The current Shabazz of the area is Ooze. This is where his ancestral territory is, so we'll travel to here. We're gonna have provision problems. Of course we are. Well, we don't need to go that far in one trip. We could head up into Perm. Seems to be quite a ways away. We could go down south into Pekinik territory. Let's head to Pekinik. Let's see if we can find work in the south. We'll keep our scout for talent on. We don't want to pay for mercenaries, so maybe we customize our route out this way. 500 provisions, that's half of what we have. I think that'll be fine. Seems relatively safe. And a new holding is just what we need in order to find more work. It does mean that the next time we have work, we should invest at least something into our supplies, because we're running out of supplies. You are a genius. So I could pay him to join my camp, at which point he becomes the stooge. I can only pay you in food and clothes. I mean, he's hardly useless. He's actually a better doctor than the other one. I'll pay him. But, I don't think he needs to be the stooge. Like, if he doesn't like the job, I'll just remove him from stooge. He doesn't need to be. I don't think he wants to be stooge anyway. He could just join. It's cool. Turkey. He is deceitful, forgiving, and gregarious. So he's a good guy to be around, but he tends to lie a little bit. Won't be missed. I am sure nobody will notice. These aren't even the burial grounds of people that I care about, so I should check. Oh yeah, we're still in the territory of the guy we've made up, who already knows we're a criminal. So, well, our experience in the land of High Chieftain Shilki was not good for him, but it was good for us. We made lots of money. We rose lots of men. Sickness in the herd. Well, surely we can treat them. Try to redistribute the gear. I think we're gonna have to try to make it easy on them and hope they recover fast. Oh, that could have went really badly. We need our herds and our camp followers in order to succeed on the road, right? Especially now that we have men. Those horses are basically our life right now. Looking around us. Right, so my wanderings outside the camp, I come across a clearing in a rich forest with all manner of colorful berries. Take the risk. Take the risk. Ah, good. 400 provisions, exactly what we need. Provisions. There are 2 jobs around us. One of them is an ambush travelers, and one of them is hunt criminals. There is some kind of irony in that. I feel like we should hunt the criminals first, and then after we hunt the criminals, then we should become criminals ourselves, not the other way around. So let's take this contract. You want me to hunt down the criminal and bring you his head? All right. All right. Let's see if we can't get them on the first try. Oh, it's forcing us to go up into territory where we are not welcome. That's fine. If we get them on the first try, it ain't gonna matter, right? We don't have to travel past the first attempt if that's the truth. Have at the buffoon. So we could try to fight him in a one-on-one conflict. It is a close fight, and it could literally kill us, but we are brave, and we probably should do it. So I guess we do it. Okay, we can feint and stab with our spear. High likelihood of success, medium risk of injury. Let's do it. My form is good. His stance is formidable. My opponent's guard is fierce. I feel far from victory. Okay, let's see how you do without your sword. Let's do this. Feels extremely risky. Let's do this again. Ah, we got him. But we were wounded. No, we're just still wounded, right? That was not a new wound. That's our old wound still. Yeah, that's still our old wound. We got him, but that felt real close for comfort. I don't know. I was not confident in our ability there. I knew we were ahead of him and that we had more skill, just not enough to make it sure. But that's what bravery is for you. Sometimes you gotta take risks. Making me think. We gotta start working on the process of getting ourselves some sons. Have this wolf boy. He is 12. He's dumb, but he's tough. I think I will try to train the wolf boy. You know, we can help him get some food in his belly. I do have a soft spot in my heart for stragglers, after all. We should visit. Let's mingle with the locals. It's our first time in an actual steppe nomad camp, which is a really good experience. Let's see what we have here. So no ladies. We don't need him. We don't need him. And we don't need her. So no. No potential there. We will listen to the stories. And then I think we should well, we don't have enough money to get more supplies yet, so we're not going to do that right away. We can look for a contract, more contracts though. None of these are really up our alley. The one we're most likely to be able to succeed at are Justicar contracts, so we will hit that just in case we see something. What does that give us? Well, she said there were 2. There clearly aren't 2. There's only 1. This one. Another hunt criminals. You know, after that last one, I feel a little bit worried, but I think we can do it. Plus, we need the provisions. We gotta work, right? Gotta work. Small group travels faster. Yeah, we'll just travel up there. Once we get to his main holding, that's where we're gonna have the first interaction. We don't always have to fight the fights just because we're brave. We're not stupid. We're not gonna, like, throw our life away. This guy, though, we have pretty good confidence that we could just fight him straight out. Fool, take this! I think we'll use the couch the spear. I mean, we could I'll do the guard too, but no, we're gonna stick with it. You'll never break my guard! That's low. Strike, parry, riposte. Do this. And that is another head. Excellent job. Goodbye. Now this guy probably owes us. Right? So let's see. He won't accept any requests. Just doesn't like us enough yet. Wonder if he has any courtiers worth marrying. No. No, he's got no women worth marrying. I guess next we rob, right? We have two things. We have ambush travelers, and then we have heist treasury. Now, I don't know if we'd be good at this or not. It's definitely an intrigue scheme. I mean, this is an intrigue scheme. No, this is everything, right? Yeah, lots of mix. Let's ambush travelers. I don't think we're suited to heist treasury. I mean, I'm not intrigue terrible, but let's look at our people, right? Oh, yep, is not really intrigue, and we don't have to send them to look at this. We actually lack in intrigue quite a lot. We're not going to be robbing with our wits. We're going to be robbing with our sword arms. Let's go. Smaller group travels faster. Let's head out there. We're going to be traveling a long way. Oh, we finally lost our wound, and we ended up scarred. We held that wound for many years. It's a good mark of the beginning of our journey. Remembrance of the harder times behind us. Aches and pains. In we passed had many spare beds. Can't afford this. Wish we could, because it's good. Let's soldier on. And we got used to it, yeah. Camp has grown a lot, you know? Tents, new places, new pacing. Danger feeble mounts. Hey. We knew that traveling through the Bol Oran steppes wouldn't be easy. We marched until night without a stop, arriving at our next destination so late that we didn't even dine. Our horses neigh, refusing to leave the water whenever we find a stream. Even though they are used to the steppe back home, they're still animals and need their rest. A local merchant has come to us soon after hearing our complaints, pointing at a wooden barn behind him filled with local horses. I have the best mounts you'll ever find, sturdy and durable. We could push our horses, or we could try to rob the man, and I'm confident in our ability to rob him. Stole the good horses. Nice job, men. Good job, everyone. How are you feeling about me? Have you improved your opinion? You have. I will leave it where it is for now. Preying on travelers. Around midday, we catch up to a caravan we've been trailing for days. Their front is Binzeg, at least according to my scouts, leading the rest along their winding way. Though their leading man wears finer clothing than most of the rest of his throng, it's clear, ultimately, he's a virtual nobody. Whatever coin he has on him is likely all the money he has in the world. The blades of the embers only await my signal to attack. Charge these fools? Drown them and we'll see what they'll pay. Attack after nightfall. Charge these fools. Scatter the train and loot their baggage. Excellent. We have so many grudges. Can't even see who has grudges against you. But there's so many of them. Bagatur Errant. Knight Errant? I'm not really interested in his little adventure, but I will have him join me if he's willing. Come on, man. There's a better life ahead of you inside the blades of the embers as a mercenary than there is chasing some strange water on the road. Danger serpent. We head towards the Pekaniks. We stop in our tracks for a short break. Many are circled around the campfire, keeping warm and sharing stories. Oyup is off in the distance, perhaps looking for some gain. He reaches into the grass, but lets out a squeal immediately after he was bitten by a snake. Alright, she will heal him. That's what we hired her for. That's why she's here. So, that's a thing. We definitely heal her. Again, more caravans on the road to raid. Absolutely we will. We are leaving some bad will behind us. We're gonna have to be careful about that. Preying on travelers' success. The roads are truly a wellspring of wealth. They're 100 gold onto the pile. So we're having a good showing as a bandit and a marauder, and we've definitely been doing some poaching as well. We're not going to be able to stick around here very long, that's for sure, though. I mean, there's a huge step ahead of us, though. We don't have to stay here. There's plenty of places we can go to make money and make our way. This isn't the only place in the world. Curses, we're going to be late. So I'll just spend the prestige and ride rough. Maybe I should for a bit. While we're in the area. We can sway him a bit. We might be able to get him to bestow a gift on us, since he's like the only person in the area that actually likes us. I am not... So right now, contracts available. This is where... So these guys... Back near our starting area, exactly where we started, to be fair. Need help in a war. That is... Okay. First thing requiring us to aid in a war. This chieftain is losing by a lot. This is his war. This is the guy fighting him. We also have this one. He's actually trying to conquer the place we once were. Is much stronger than us. This guy already hates us. Interesting. I mean, I like this contract. If I was going to take this contract, before we go, we're going to actually increase these guys to their cap, and then we're going to fill them with provisions, and we will raise our army, and we will aid in this war. Now, let's just take a second here while we have these events to look at what we're going to do. I think we'll siege this to help him out. I think that's probably the best idea. Okay, strategic impasse. I'm sitting around the camp table, so this is these two with their different plots. We will employ both strategies because... Alright, so we're gonna employ both strategies. They've been suggested by Arvo. Arvo is the one who wants us to improve our offense, and sorry, Arvo wants us to improve our defense. Oh yeah, wants us to improve our offense. I kind of agree with both of them, so best to just improve ourselves every way we can. Unfamiliar rations. Culture in Pekineg is unfamiliar. The culture in Pekineg is unfamiliar to me, and some of their customs equally alien. This is proven especially true when Cherava, acting as our cook for the evening, beckons me over to look at the stewing pot. She wants to use some local stuff inside of their food. Absolutely a good idea. So let's head up and see what happens. We gotta be careful. We gotta watch out for the enemy. Because his army is bigger than us, although our army is probably higher quality than his. Our army consists only of our horse archers right now. We have literally nothing else. A friend to animals. Suru has been spending an unusual amount of time at the stables as late and has begun to neglect his peers at court. There is no court, it's a camp. The child seems fixated on one specific horse and claims that even the beasts are deserving of care and dignity. That's true. The horse is immaculately groomed to perfection, unlike Suru, who has evidently been doing the stable hand's work. Do unto others. No, speak to the horse. Tell me what it says. Absolutely. Absolutely. We would encourage him to learn the language of horses. Since he's clearly has a wolf spirit and has an animal spirit in him, let's see if he can learn the language of horses. Although we're not particularly good at sieges because we are horse archers, these are only the wooden palisades of tribals. This stresses me out because we are gonna, if we reach out to him and he leaves, then we will feel a little bit stressed. We'll lose some opinion with people who share our faith, gain some opinion of people who have different faiths. No, I'm interested in learning the ways of the sky peoples. Join us if you will. It's a bad omen. That, if anything, is a bad omen. There's really no reason for that priest to have not joined us. Maybe he sees something wrong with the way we handle our camp, I don't know. He's a foreigner anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Who in our camp are Tengri? So, Uyap is Tengri. Our physician is Tengri. And Lucky is Tengri. As is a new champion, Yitzhak. Also, a child has been born. A girl has been born to the Griffin and his wife. She has other previous children. We can't invite her other previous children to our camp. Oh, her son is in our camp already. Her previous child won't come. Alright, well, not much we can do about that. However weird that may seem, we can't fix it. So, that's just as it is. Hopefully, this siege will be done quickly. I mean, it's going to be a few months yet, but that's okay. Strange that we're not seeing the enemy's forces. Probably pretty pissed, to be fair. Considering we were just here, causing trouble for him not that long ago. You're leaving. Oh, victory has been found. Fighting by your side with honor. So you have succeeded getting your victory by finishing your siege, but we did do work. Very good. We got paid, and it was our first mercenary job, so let's disband all. Oh, I feel like that was a nice change of pace, actually doing mercenary work. Before I end this episode, we're just going to go into here, and we're going to... Doing that? Is that what I want to do? I want to look and see if we can pick up some provisions before we forget. Supplies this way. We don't have enough to buy supplies. We could rob her. I mean, and I think we will. There we go. A nice robbery behind us. Feeling like maybe it's time for us to pass out of this area. We won't be going too far, so we can continue to sway him, because we're just going to go up to where we said we were going to before, into the Ugaz Confederation. Oh, it's a Bulgar Confederation. Yeah, up here to the Ugaz. That's a little far, but we could go to the center of the Bulgar Confederation. I don't know if I'm a criminal here. No, I might be a criminal up there. Yeah, it makes sense that you hate me, but the man hired me. That's how it works. What can I say? I gotta do work. That's how I gotta survive. And with that, we're gonna bring an end to this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join us again when the Blades of the Embers continue their path to becoming great mercenaries. Goodbye for now.